In honor of a new Vin Diesel movie, this week's Sticky Floor Friday is dedicated to Xander Cage from the terrible movie Triple X, a character who, once they realized he wasn't returning for the sequel, was killed off in a short film so definitively that not only was he blown up, but he was literally blown to pieces. The skin off the back of his skull was sent splattering into the street.
Poor Xander. He never had very much between the ears.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Sticky Floor Friday, the internet movie show that I think is obligated to make a reference to the royal wedding, but instead I'm just going to do this. That's about the same, right? Alright, let's get right into it. This is the unofficial start of the summer movie season, because today we've got one big, loud, dumb action movie coming out. It's Fast Five, a movie about the inventor of the high five. No, of course not. This is the fifth film in the Fast and the Furious franchise. Fuck. Now, we all know this is the most poorly cataloged franchise in the history of film. If you were an alien sent down to Earth and you drew the short straw of having to organize the world's DVD collection, you would look at this and you would have no idea what order to put the movies in. Like, you might be able to figure out that Too Fast, Too Furious is the second movie in the franchise, but you might also think it's the fourth because there's two twos in it. But how would you know which goes first? Fast and Furious or The Fast and the Furious? The only thing missing is a few definite articles. You'd probably end up just throwing one away, which actually isn't a terrible idea in any circumstance. Of course, then we have Tokyo Drift, which can drift anywhere. So now we've got Fast 5, which finally puts the number in the right place, but drops another important part of the franchise name. It's Fast Furious, not Fast. The Rock was just in a movie called Faster. Is this the fourth sequel to that? Where did the other three movies go? What the hell's going on? At least they didn't call it The Fast and the Fivious, right? I don't know. Trying to look at the bright side. Alright, let's talk about this freaking thing. After all that, something strange is happening. Let's take a look at the Rotten Tomato ratings for the first four movies. 52%, 36%, 35%, 27%. You sense a trend happening here? Law of diminishing returns, right? Well, take a look at the tomato rating for Fast 5. 78%! What? 78% for the fifth film in a franchise? That is defying all odds. Look at these other ratings for other fifth films in franchises. Harry Potter, James Bond, Star Wars, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Rocky 5, Star Trek 5, Friday the 13th, Saw 5, 13%. So according to Rotten Tomatoes, Fast 5 is the best fourth sequel in any franchise. Woohoo! We did it! We're number one at being number 5. So how do you explain this anomaly? There's one X factor, and it's called The Rock. Have you seen this dude lately? He is jacked. Now, I've been notoriously hard on this series, but here's what I know about Fast 5. It's got a jacked up Rock in it. It's got Vin Diesel and Paul Walker driving a car off a cliff while they're still in it. It's got director Justin Lin promising to use as many practical effects as possible. That means real metal-on-metal action. And that sounds like robot sex. Does Fast 5 have robot sex in it? I don't know, but I think I want to find out. This is the definition of dumb fun, but it's still fun. If you're looking for a fist of manliness up your ass, Fast 5 will deliver. Ew. Alright, time for 3 questions. Number 1, am I the only one who wants to see a Fast and the Furious movie all of a sudden? Number 2, does that make me a horrible person? Because I feel kind of horrible. And number 3, The Rock has doubled in size, returned to wrestling, and starred in 2 movies with the word fast in it. Has he made up for the game plan and Tooth Fairy yet? Then we went to The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, and now we're just at Fast and Furious. And my hope is, the next movie they just call